Looking to buy a contemporary family home in Blue Hills Equestrian Estate? Good afternoon. This is Xavier with Luxury Homes Johannesburg. Today we are back in this gorgeous lifestyle estate. We're about to tour this stunning home behind us. Now, with me is your favorite tour guide, Victoria, who's going to take us on a journey of this gorgeous home. Currently listed by Robert Jones Barron from Chas Everett International. Now, as always, specs on the house. This is a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bathroom, 4 garage home. And guys, you're gonna like this one because this is another standard. Without further ado, Victoria.
Thank you so much, Xavier. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Luxury Homes Johannesburg. I feel so lucky to have all of you with us today, and I'm so excited to bring you through this home. It is my personal first time in Blue Hills Equestrian Estate, and it is stunning. The tranquility, it is so calm, it is so peaceful, and I would love to show you around. So from the exterior of the house, you coming in, you are met with, you see the 4 garage doors as we're walking through, and you come through a very tranquil entrance, and immediately you're noticed and hit with an Asian influence in the design and the architecture of the home. And as we're walking through, I'm going to be pointing out little tidbits to you about bringing in nature and tranquility, just really inviting you into this fabulous contemporary Asian-inspired home. As you come through the entrance here, you are met with a nice, dark, moody interior entranceway. You can see these beautiful, high-volumed glass doors. Now, Xavier, something to mention about this home, that there are such high ceiling heights throughout the home. Downstairs, the ceiling height is just over 3 meters, and you can really notice it coming through here. Beautiful, large, open plan living. Something to mention, all these doors throughout the home are big glass cavity sliding doors, so really leaving you with unobstructed views, and it is just leaving me speechless. Coming through this way, Xavier, we're going to start with the most exceptional part of the home, and I would like to mention that it is the kitchen. We always say that the kitchen is the heart of the home, and in this house, it really does make a heartbeat, I can tell you that much. So, these things to mention about the kitchen. Now, this kitchen was imported when they built the home. It's imported from Italy, and it has my favorite appliances in it. Top of the line appliances, guys, Gaggenau. If you're buying a home like this in an estate like this, you can't expect anything less. And it is absolutely fantastic. So you've got these Gaggenau appliances over here.
Convection oven, and I'm sure there's a heating tray. Another one on this side as well.
Basically got all the things that you need, and I completely fangirl and geek out in all these houses when they have the Gaggenau appliances. You got this beautiful prep sink. Something I noticed over here, which I thought was so cool. It's like a built-in drying rack, so you can put all your utensils there. You've got place here to store your goodies. In the center here, you've got plug points and so on. Over here, we have built-in dishwasher. You don't see it? That's very fancy. We've also got the built-in Gaggenau fridge.
Very unusual as well. You don't see this very often.
This is so cool. I'm obsessed. I wish I made enough in life to have built-in Gaggenau appliances. And then over here, we've got a built-in freezer as well. Hello, hello. I feel like such a geek. And then I thought this was a really cool function. So we've got these sliding plug points that they've got along the back here, which is super cool and different. You don't often see that. And we've got a counterweight cabinet over here. And just by a tip of a finger, it closes and it opens. So fantastic. So cool. On this side of the kitchen, we've got the Miele induction wok system over here, as well as the grill. So fantastic. Super cool. And then we've got the quick hot boil system over here. So you literally don't even have to boil a kettle. You can just get instantly hot boiling water here and instantly cold water. So I think that's absolutely fantastic. And then over here, they have the Miele coffee machine and heating tray and all that jazz. And it really is, this is like a chef's dream. This is definitely a chef's kitchen. I can't fault it. There's tons of storage. We've got a beautiful large pantry over here that you can literally keep everything in. It's super neat, it's super clean, it's super tidy. You've got these beautiful soft closed drawers. Absolutely stunning. So you can still have all your bits and bobs displayed and on show in a neat, tidy manner. So something just a quick that I'd like to mention while we're down here, Xavier. This house obviously has 4 garages, as we mentioned, and they're very well presented. Do you see the automatic lights come on there? And then yes, so we've got a big double garage here with tons of storage on either side. And then the house also has an electrical backup system. So we've got solar panels, batteries, etc. The house also has a water flow and a water backup system. I think I read of 44,000 liters, if I stand to be corrected, Xavier. So that's really exceptional to have. Really just, you know, reassuring in this modern day, this modern climate. The stand itself is 5,000 squares, just over 5,000 squares, which is massive. And from what I understand, they also have 3 boreholes running the property, so you don't have to worry and rely on municipal water. So that's fantastic. And then coming up this way, we're going to make our way to the main living quarters. So upstairs we have 4 bedrooms with 4 ensuite bathrooms. We have oggy flooring running throughout the home. This is the oak oggy flooring. You can really feel the Asian influence throughout this home. They've spent so much time and energy on all the art and the soul that they've brought into the home, a real Asian contemporary style that we can feel running through here. So as we get to the top of the stairs here, you'll meet with this beautiful landing area. Lots of light, bright features, lots of glass. We've got this beautiful shadow line running through the bulkheads around here. Integrated heating and cooling, guys. You can't ask for anything more. Now upstairs, the roof height is 3.4 meters high, and you can really feel it as you come through this way. So we're making our way through to the main bedroom. That is absolutely massive. This is so exceptional. There's so much space up here. I can't even explain it. And how is this view, Xavier?
You mentioned that the stand is about what, 5,000?
Yes.
One of the things that was interesting that I was told that the boundary itself, they've built 5 or 10 meters inwards so they can just start building with bush and trees, so you actually don't see the neighbors nor the street.
It is so peaceful. It's so quiet. I also read that the garden is very much an indigenous garden. So for those indigenous like plant lovers and, you know, African enthusiasts, that's always something that you would love to know when you're buying into a home. You've got the beautiful artwork that you can see on the boundary wall over there that the owners are very proud of, that they've got as a feature in their home. Absolutely exceptional. And I'm loving these massive glass doors, completely unobstructed views. And then coming through this way, you really feel the Asian influence. Coming through, you'll see this beautiful Japanese-inspired shutter separating the main sleeping area to the dressing room area, which is absolutely exceptional. Very large in size, extremely spacious. You can picture yourself putting a big ottoman in the middle here if that was your style. And then coming through to one of the prettiest, most characterful bathrooms I've ever seen. I love the warmth. I love the Asian influence coming through here. The size of that bathroom vanity is absolutely insane. It's massive. I'm loving the bamboo pots there, and you can really feel some like peace and feng shui running throughout this home. You've got the spa jacuzzi bath here. We have the outdoor shower. And then over here, we have the steam room shower, which is beautiful. And then you have your loo, which is completely separate. Space, space, space is all I can say. And large open views and large open spaces.
Gorgeous. And like you said, you can clearly see from the artwork throughout the house that the Asian and Japanese infused accents are there.
It's absolutely spectacular. And you feel it in the elements of the home as well, you know, with all the stone cladding and all the different kinds of woods. That it really brings warmth into the home. As far as the bulkheads and the lighting is concerned, very simplistic, but really just gives such a punch as far as like giving some moodiness into the home. Really planned out so well. Making our way through here back to the landing, we have a very large storage room to the left-hand side. Always good to have in a house this size. And then we'll make our way to the second bedroom upstairs. Walking in here, I immediately noticed how high this roof was. And I was like, it's the same throughout the whole house, but it just shows. This is such a massive room. Got a beautiful zebra wallpaper running along the back there. Beautiful, massive glass doors. And then a very large bathroom. Xavier, go in there and have a look at this bathroom. What I'm loving about this house is in the bathrooms, they have the cabinet areas. So where you store your clothing, so all the BICs are within the bathrooms. I think that's really cool. It's really different. I like that it then leaves your living space completely just for that, for living. So you can have your desks. You can have, you could have a whole TV lounge couch in here if you wanted. Each room also has a fan on top of your integrated heating and cooling, guys, because a lot of people don't like air cons and heaters. So in this house you have a choice. So there you go. The house also has a beam vacuum system running throughout, so that is built in, runs throughout the entire home, and the main setup is in the garage, so that's where you would go to clean it out and all the rest. Coming in here is the third bedroom upstairs. All the bedrooms in this home are en suite, basically mimicking the others, all very exceptional in size, and the exact same size bathroom. Absolutely exceptional. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
And very similar with the dressing setup on this as well.
Yes, exactly. So the house is really beautiful in the fact that everything is similar. It continues, it flows, nothing's too different from the other thing. And I really like that in a home, you know, just creating continuity, just making feel like all the spaces are connected essentially at the end of the day. And from this side of the house, all these bedrooms have the most beautiful view. Again, taking advantage of that 5,000 square meter stand. So really, if you're buying a home like that, you would want to be like this. You would want to be looking out onto that beautiful view. And then this is the fourth and final bedroom upstairs. Beautifully decorated, beautiful views to the outside there. And then in this bedroom, we have a shower, massive vanity, and again, another bathroom basically mimicking the other ones that are around the house.
I've noticed in a few of the rooms, we have those, what do you call it, pocket windows?
Yeah,
Air-story windows that actually have nicely covered.
exactly. Can you believe buying a home and you've got these beautiful high-level pocket windows and then you don't have a blind for them? So you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, which is definitely a no-no in my books. So another aspect that is so cool about this home is it has a separate laundry. This is something that we need to see more of in South Africa, people. Please, can we have separate laundry? You should not be doing your laundry in your kitchen if you can help it. So I love that in this home, especially a home of this caliber and this size. You've got these beautiful sinks throughout. We've got the appliances here, ample storage, another sink over there if you need it. There is a fridge up here as well if you want to have like a little coffee, tea coffee vibe. I love that they've put a hanging rack inside. And then as well, on the exterior over here, there's plenty space to hang stuff or, have stuff upstairs outside here if you need to. And I just think that it's so exceptional having this space. This is a space that is completely designated to cleaning of the home, laundry, linen, all that jazz. And I think it's just something that every home needs to have.
Very unusual, and I love it because this is very practical as well.
Extremely practical, and I wish obviously my money, space, time, all that plays into fact, but in Europe it's very popular and overseas it's very popular. So Xavier, something about the house, let's mention security. Not that I think you would need it in an estate like this, but if you were particularly security conscious, we have an automatic metal security gate here that comes down and you can manage this basically when you all come to bed at night, having the sleeping quarters upstairs, you could just close that. The house is also monitored by its own private security system. It has multiple Hikvision cameras that I read about that all around the house. So I think that's absolutely exceptional.
One thing I wanted to point out, this IntelliBus, what it actually does is it's not necessarily a smart home system, but it's pretty much connecting all your lights. So you have an enter function and an exit function. You have in the evening, you can shut everything down from downstairs with a button up here, the other way around. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. That is fascinating. Yeah, this house really has all the bells and whistles. I must say, this is the second garage that they have turned into a beautiful gym area that I'd just like to mention as we're walking through back down this way.
Big gym.
A big gym, can you imagine? I would like to think that if I had one of those in my home, I would be super fit, but I think I'm telling myself a little fib there.
Now you're just fit.
It just fits. Coming through this way, every time I walk into the space, it just feels so warm and inviting. Xavier, before we go through to that area, how cool is this fireplace? Did you have a look at it? This is a wood-burning fireplace. I forget the name, Xavier, do you know?
A Nestor Martin.
Ooh, a Nestor Martin. And I love that they've put a big glass inlay on top of the oggy flooring, so keeping the look of the wood, and then they're protecting the floor as well. So coming through this way, you have the main living area, main TV area of the home. Beautiful wallpapers running throughout. Again, beautiful bulkheads. And then we will pass the guest loo. They were real stunning guest loo over here. And I'm loving the textured wallpaper that they've got going on over here. And coming down here, this room is a whatever you want kind of room. When you're buying this house or looking at this house, think to yourself, what would I put in here? What would I love to have in this room? It could be a theater room, it could be a pajama lounge, it could be an office. It really is exceptional, and they've set it up in such a way that you can turn it into anything you want it to be.
These ceilings as well, you mentioned them earlier, Victoria.
Massive. This ceiling, I'm sure, is higher than the other ones. We did take a few steps down here, so this one is looking very close to 4 meters high, if I may say so, and I stand to be corrected. But beautiful. And then coming through this way, we are going to be walking into the bar area, and you'll realize as we walk in, it's got an integrated sound system throughout the home. We have the music playing here. How beautiful. I love this high table that they've got running through here. I love the glass sliding doors. We've got the built-in fridge over there. We've got a sink over there on the back end. And this really can be such a warm, cozy, entertaining space that opens up out onto a very grand outside entertainment area. I mean, you can tell by how many seats this outside table has, and then how much space is still around it, how big and vast this area actually is. We've got the stunning seating area over here, and you'll see it looks out onto the pool and those beautiful artworks that we have showing around the home. The house itself is basically just a work of art, and the owners have put their heart and soul into decorating this house and maintaining it.
Victoria, I think I completely agree with you. The art in this house really makes it. It is stunning. The fact, like you said, look at this, guys, and this is chiseled. Look at that.
You know, we talk about the Asian influence throughout this home. There's a massive, pride into African influence as well. So I love that they've really created that feel throughout the home. And last thing that we'd like to just end off with, I'd like to just point out before we finish our tour, is if you have kids or, anything like that, this house also has a really cool cricket net area that they've set up at the back here. Now this area can obviously be turned into extra storage and extra parking, but just as an example, this area at the back here can be absolutely whatever you want it to be. We have the bamboo growing along the back wall there, and then we make our way through to the cricket area. Could be a soccer area, could be a tennis area, could be a parking area. But I just think this is such a cool space to have within a home, especially if you have kids. And you can see it's got the sliding gate over there that you can get to the exterior of the house. But how cool, Xavier?
Very, very nice. Look at this, how practical. You can kick a ball without having to be worried about having to knock on the neighbor's door.
And then they've got the wall set up here for tennis players. Like honestly, it's like a little sports area in itself. It's so stunning.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. We'll make our way back through to the front of the home and we'll end off here with the sun setting in the background, and you can really feel the moodiness and the absolute beautiful view behind me. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Xavier, this was such a special tour and I'm really loving this home.
Guys, if you're looking to buy a contemporary family home in Blue Hills Equestrian Estate, this is the one. As mentioned earlier, give Robert Jones Barron from Chas Everett International a call if you have any questions or like to arrange for a viewing. But with that, I'm gonna say and close off, but I wanted to make sure just to give you another glimpse of this massive 5,000 square piece of land with obviously a gorgeous design home, as well as the pool. We can't live without a pool here in South Africa. And then of course, lots of little areas in the garden, such as this. How awesome is this? I just keep walking, guys. I keep walking. This is truly, truly amazing. It's quite a refreshing setup to have than the waterfalls in the Steyn cities where you're stuck with 1,000 squares. Guys, how's this for raising a family? Truly, truly amazing. As always, thank you so much for taking time. Victoria, thank you.
Thank you so much, Xavier.
And guys, have an awesome, awesome afternoon. Today, we are in this exquisite estate where we're about to tour the stunning home behind us. Now, with me is your favorite tour guide.
How can you forget your favorite tour guide's name?
Because I'm already thinking of listing by Robert.
And I'm loving these massive glass doors, completely unobstructed view. Massive, the house is 11,000 squares under roof.
I hope not. Let's make it 1,100.
I can't do mathematics, so 1,100 squares under roof. So